Lee. Today we have another League Season 4 match here in the Eastern Panels Division between Pixelgrinders and Swordbeam Club. We've got ourselves Phaaze and SeanRhapsody playing as our two runners. I'm Star, with me on commentary is Captain. How are you doing?
I'm here. I'm awake. I'm ready for some rando. Let's do this thing. Got a good match here with Sean versus Space. It's Pixelgrinders versus Swordbeam Club. Of course, the mode we're playing today is Spoiler Key Sanity, which means each runner has a pilot that's gonna tell them where all the items are. So should be fairly quick, hopefully. We'll see how it goes though.
Yep. So, I'm not exactly sure who their pilots are today, but each both of these runners have a team member who will be receive the spoiler log at the beginning of the race and will be looking at it and telling them where to go. Today, they get it right where the runners start, so they have to route on the fly. Since this is also a spoiler log mode, that tends to be a bit more difficult in terms of execution, as you won't pick up as many random parts and safeties as you would typically. So this is a test of execution for the runner and a test of routing for the pilots.
Yeah, it's definitely a mode that's uh tends to be low health. Uh, Hopefully your pilot can lead you in some direction of some kind of mail upgrade or hopefully some kind of other safety. Okay, we're off.
Our piece in the Link's house and Phaaze is going to save quit. They'll likely both do some early things to just kill some time while their pilots look to see where first to go. As you pick up $50 in the sanctuary is pretty nice.
Yeah, early money is always good because that's something else that doesn't really get routed in too much as money.
Nope. And so Sean doing a fairly typical play here is going to go see if he can't pick up some bombs off these 50-50 bushes. No luck the first time, though, unfortunately.
There we go. Now he's got two. He's gonna head up to Kakariko as Base is gonna go into the Lost Woods here. See what we have in the mushroom spot. We got a key. Pod.
Odd. Good
Okay.
spot. Good to find.
Yeah, there's 6 of those keys. Might not necessarily need all of the keys for pod, but ooh, there's okay. There's a nice safety item in the back of the tavern. It's half magic.
You'll always take that. It's quite nice to have. And nothing in Lost Woods dropped in, I'd assume, because Phaaze is heading for Kakariko as well. Still need to pick up some bombs somewhere, so I hope his pilot has found some bombs for him to pick up.
Yeah, unless you don't have to bomb the back of the wall here. Yeah, there's probably not much in here.
Yeah, well, her piece, there's the bombs. Convenient. Big key to Eastern and a blue beat. If they can find a bow, that could be a very handy big key for in a little bit. Eastern does always tend to be a common early play. Eastern or crystals today. So our pendant today. Our Myers are green pendant. Ice and Skullwoods are our other two pendants, and then our 5-6 crystals are Swamp and Thieves. The blind set, big key to Pod,
Oh, there's
lamp,
lamp.
small key to GT, and the big key to Ice Palace. Oh, the blinds are there.
We're not gonna blow up the back of Blind Side today. It looks like it's nothing too important. Oh,
Yep.
wait a sec. Oh, okay. So some early big keys here. Can't really do much with them right now. We'll see if Bo shows up later. We can complete Eastern Palace.
Yeah. Sean is now heading into the Lost Woods to go pick up that pod key, I assume.
He's saving and quitting out of Kakariko. So he might be headed towards the front of Escape.
Yep. We'll see what's up in here for him. And Sean's just heading straight for South Shore here. Phaaze is gonna go check out the Uncle chest, which has a Cane of Samaria for us. Alright, he'll take that.
Yeah, it's important. Not right now, but it's gonna need it for later.
Inside the dam is some more bombs, he'll take that. Phaaze in particular could use some since he's only got one and they don't have much else in the way of weaponry at the moment.
Yeah, right now the pilots are trying to figure out what they need to get to the Dark World, as we're trying to figure out where the hammer gloves, the moon pearl, that's a small key to Castle Tower. Oh boy.
Oh dear, that's really something you never want to see. That gives, so the first one gives you access to the second chest in Aga Tower. The second one gets you Aga himself.
Yeah, this could be Agassi to get to Dark World at this point. We'll have to wait
Yeah,
and see.
commentated one of those just earlier this week. There we go. Mini moldarms are down for Sean. Picks up, there's our glove. Small key to pod. Meyer. And that's it.
And there you see Phaaze using making work of that Kate Samari found up in the uncle, saving those bombs.
Yep. Didn't get those 50-50 bushes, so there's a little more trouble getting bombs early. And it's gonna go pick up the keys here. Sean's gonna go pick up that cane, and then we'll see where they go next. Or maybe Sean's not getting that cane for the moment. Might be back later. Looks like they're heading on over to the eastern area now.
Yeah, it could be a case of like something being in the big chest of Eastern Palace at this point. It could be back in Sahasra's closet. Yes.
Phaaze is doing a fake flipper here. We'll see what this leads to. Heading on over in the direction of Hobo.
Okay, Saha's closet. What do you got? Oh, Dineros. Piece of heart. Cape. Okay.
Cape, you know we were talking about that Aga Tower key, and
Yeah.
because Cape gets us in the door. You kind of don't want to do
Oh,
with just Kane, but it's an option.
we did find the fire rod there on the hobo, though.
Oh, that's a great find, um, especially with half magic. That's very nice to be able to use as a weapon because bombing everything or using the cane only gets you so far. Ooh, Shauna's doing a Houlihan here. That's an interesting one. Wonder if Zora has anything for us today.
So we are still missing a sword for Agatower and a small key, but we'll see where those turn up. As Sean is heading back to buy some bombs.
Uh, I mean, it doesn't even have to necessarily be to kill Aga. It could be for the first or second chest in the tower itself to keep in mind. Hate for Phaaze. Yeah, this scene is starting to smell a bit. of something fishy's going on with that.
Yeah. I have a feeling the pilots are looking at the spoiler log saying, "Oh my goodness, what is going on here?"
What is this scene? As Sean's gonna go get that key now. Might as well on the way to what I assume is either in front of skateboard just for the yep, Aga Tower for them both. I wonder what's in here.
Well, there
Uh,
has to be at least, hopefully, a sword. Might be something.
yeah, we'll see.
But fire rod in hand makes these pretty easy to do. And nice small magic drop there.
Oh yeah, we'll have to see how Sean deals with this tower since he does not have that fire rod. Good play from Phaze's pilot to send him for that fire rod. Well, that
Oh,
mirror's a thing. Okay, and he's still going. Oh boy.
yep. Can't complete it, but we can definitely get the first two chests in here.
Yep,
So maybe we don't need Agate Tower.
second key. Well,
Oh,
Fitz, that'll do it. You'll take
okay.
that.
Sean is using Cade and Bob's chests on these ball and chain cards. This might take a bit.
This might, yeah. Half Magic's definitely helping out with the King strats here. Alright. Also on very low health, so be careful. Hey.
It does have to be careful with these two cards that are, yeah.
Yeah. Bottle Vendor giving us our third pod key on Phaze's side.
Okay, so we have 3 pod smalls and the pod big now.
Yep.
Uh,
Once they get to Dark World and find the hammer and the bow, that's gonna be a thing. Well, there's those flippers, okay.
yeah, that puts the fire rod in logic.
And that's a safe put. We'll see where Phase chooses to go next. Flippers, I wonder about that hula hand and we so those are no so that is not I wonder about that hula hand strat from Sean's side, perhaps also thinking about that bottle vendor. But also, we'll have to see. I mean, boots are just generally a great find too early, just so that you can run around so much faster. Really, game? Really? There's a sword on Blake Island. Sure.
Well, as soon as they get Dark World access, they can get that right away.
Yeah, problem is, they don't have Dark World access. Yeah, as chat knows, Three Heart Castle Tower without a good weapon is pretty tough. GG's to Sean for getting through it, and kudos to Phaze's pilot for pointing out that fire rod as we find our second tower key in the Waterfall Mary. Okay.
So that is a required double dip of Aka Tower because you had to get the boots to get the flippers off the library to get the second Aka Tower small key. There's the book.
There's a
Wow.
this scene smells like a mess at this rate. King Zora himself is completely useless, so we don't need to worry about that actually. Let's check the log. And no need to worry about rounding in rupees for him. And desert time perhaps?
I guess we're going to desert.
Or not, because that's a safe looking phase. I mean, we do have some amount of Death Mountain available with Mirror and Glove.
Yeah, we can look at what's on the Ether Town. We'll get in the Harrow. We can't do much in there though.
Yeah. Sean's gonna head on over to the Zora area now, pick up a couple items here. Back of Escape gives us our first bottle, compass to desert, and a red.
And Phase is going to be heading up the mountain now.
Well, missing Moon Pearl and either Mitts or that hammer for Dark World access, or just, I mean, they could do Aga Tower, but they would prefer to not need to finish it. Dip it to the sink as well for Sean. And there's another sword on Old Man. All right.
And that is Aga Tower coming up, I believe, for Phaaze.
I think so at this point. It sure looks like it. Or maybe not. Another save put the sink. All right.
Okay, gonna grab the bottle here at the back of Escape.
He already got a bottle. I think this is the hula hand.
Yeah. Sean is continuing on here on Death Mountain.
And Phaaze, I think, is now heading to the Aga Tower.
Nope.
And Sean's pellet, I think, just realized, wait, I don't need to actually go anywhere here.
Wait a second. Yep, and we are gonna go into Aga Tower. Yay!
Again! Still without a Moon Pearl. I wonder where that ended up.
I think Sean is headed toward the desert area.
As book, doesn't have any keys, but there's a Gina, there's Desert Ledge, there's the torch and the map chest. Old Man had the sword. The Castle Tower keys were the Underwater Heart Piece and the Waterfall Fairy. Underpart double dip of Aga Tower, by the way, because boots were in the second chest of Aga Tower, and flippers were on the library to go get Waterfall Fairy, because Moon Pearl is nowhere to be seen at the moment.
The fire rod was on the hobo.
Nice use of set fire rod here.
Yep, both keys were in the sunken treasure by the there's the Moon Pearl.
Oh, of course. Thanks, game. Nice spot.
Yeah, they could have avoided this. Well, no, they couldn't because they didn't have the Moon Pearl to get into Waterfall Fairy because the boots were the second.
DT boat. Yeah, DT boots locked both. Boots locked both Moon Pearl and flippers. You had to do double dip here. There was no avoiding it. Oh yeah, and the book was Zora Ledge, by the way. You were definitely not avoiding this double dip. Period.
Sean is headed to Dark Crossroom here. See what he picks up as Phaaze is about to head into the Aga 1 fight. He's probably gonna mirror out. Okay, just another bottle. And mirror out, probably headed to Aga Tower himself now.
And Captain, I'd like to have like a little note sheet so I remember where stuff went. Just a second in our internal text channels. Alright, let's see how many blue balls Aga gives. That's 1, I think. I saw 7 yesterday. That was fun. More cane strats on these ball and chain guards. Sean's getting better at it at least, but
I am a little surprised he did not go pick up the fire rod. This would have made this climb a lot easier.
Oh, for sure. You can see how much use Phaaze got out of it on this climb. It's just so much easier to kill everything.
Yeah, you got half magic. You might as well just go ahead and. I think that was only one blue ball in Agate today, so that's
I think
nice.
so. Pretty good, Daga. And Phaaze now needs to get that Moon Pearl. Might get the Pyramid Ledge Fairy item here first.
Just waddling egg, walking down a pyramid, nothing unusual. Third
Oh,
bottle. Third,
okay.
bo- third bottle with green goo in it, by the way.
The game's being a little silly, I think. Yeah, Dark Cross had one. The Back of Escape had one, and now Pyramid Ledge. Okay, sure, game. Sure. I mean, I guess they had half magic, and there goes all the green potions, too. I do like that X sprite on Phaze's side. Phase playing with the Yoshi sprite. Uh, let's see. Handily, the League website has actually each runner's preferred sprite on their page, which is really convenient because I don't remember most of them. Sean is playing with the Solera Vestora sprite. One I've seen before looks pretty neat. Looks like this is also a harder core double dip of Desert, since they have no keys at all for here.
Yeah, double dipping in it's pretty normal for spoiler key sanity because pretty normal for any key sanity really because a lot of times you're just gonna find checks in there that you can't quite do, but or
Yeah,
checks you can do it. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I do agree that doing Desert was before Akatar was probably the better order, but on the other hand, I think that time difference has largely been nerfed by the fact that Sean doesn't have that fire rod and has lost and has spent quite a bit more time in Aga Tower both trips to it. I think they're about even right now heading for the Dark World, though. Phase does still have that fire rod up on Sean. I guess Sean plans on picking up the fire rod when he gets the Master Sword off Lake Island.
Yeah, that makes sense. So we can get it to pod. Good thing we have a bunch
Yeah,
of
3
keys
keys
for it.
and the big key, but no hammer and no bow, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, and
Master Sword first.
yeah, you can see Sean run right out the pyramid. Maybe grab that out of the bottle, but then he's gonna head to Hobo and pick up his fire rod and then like pick up the second sword. And then we'll see what's in pod because there's nowhere else we could really go.
No, because if there was anything in Eastern, they would have done that by now, since they had to go over to the Saha's hut for the cape.
I mean, it could be just a case of there's a bow and pod, then you can complete Eastern right afterwards.
Yeah. Alright, Sean's gotten that bottle and is also now running off to pod. Or running on over here. Gonna probably pick up those items first and then go to pod. Yep. Whoop-de-doo on the block.
It is good routing here on getting the fire rod now, but that fire rod would have made Agatar so much easier. But um, it's a choice that you make. You're not sure what to
It
do.
is. I mean,
You're
between the Phase doing Akatar's second trip before getting the Moon Pearl, Phase not getting Master Sword. Okay, I would have picked it up there. Maybe where is he going right now? Actually, maybe going get from this direction, I guess. Yeah, Phase lost a little bit of time to not getting the Moon Pearl before getting Dark World access. Between that and the fire rod time loss in Akka Tower, I think it's similar.
You're headed up the Bollock side. Had plenty of potions for that, so not really a worry.
Yeah, very nicely done. Yeah, they keep giving us 3 green potions for free.
We check out the arena ledge chest. We have the hammer.
French vanilla, thanks, game. Urlox too, so I assume the bow's in here somewhere too, in all likelihood, as you mentioned.
Using a nice little glitch right there. Just place the Safari block down, run up. You can run through those bags.
So they do have 3 keys, so they can do quite a bit of it. Not opening the front door by making that potion glitch can get everything except for using it. There's Mitts, by the way. Nice. So that was a harder part. Aga with both Mitts and Hammer in pod. Brilliant. But without opening the front door, this means you can get everything except for one of Harmless Hellway or the big key chest, and it looks like Harmless Hellway's useless, so it works out nice. For a lucky sanity, you can pretty much always get most everything.
We get a big key to desert. That is now completable.
It is, and Phaaze has decided and I assume the bow is not in there actually, because he's out of there.
Yeah. Which means bow. I don't know where the bow could be then.
No, because that desert big key is very, very out of logic right now. That's 6 key lock if memory serves. We only have 3 keys, so that's very out of logic. The hammer is not in logic either, because that's bow locked. So, where is it? Instead, Phaaze is gonna head up the mountain for real this time. Let's see what's up here.
Yeah, this could be a bow on in Hera or run by Hera.
Paradox at the moment. Yeah, it could be in Hera. Though we don't have the Hera big key or small key. Oh, TR small I missed earlier in the audio room.
Okay, we go ahead of the Paradox Cave. See what kind of goodies we get in here.
It's a desert big for Sean, and he is also done with pod. That was a load of nothing for Phaaze. Alpha Paradox map piece, another map. There's a hook shot and a game.
Come on! All 4 bottles have a green potion in them. Come on!
Thanks, Gabe. Helpful.
That is something you don't see very often.
No, you don't. Alright, Village Podcast now for Sean and Space heads for Super Bunny. There's a very nice flute.
That's very convenient. Very convenient spot. You just mirror out, activate it right away.
Super Bunny, small key to Skull Woods, and skipping the other chest.
Yeah, it's always good to get at least one small key to skill move.
Yeah. Makes routing a bit easier if you need to do the front. Hookshot cave time for Phaaze. There was a Hercules here on the floating island, so it might not be a bad idea to pick it up. They're still both on really low health. See, there's a big heated thieves. That's going to be needed. And a small key to Skull Woods.
Okay, we are. Yep, he is going to pick up that container.
Next is to find a Harabig in Brewery.
Okay. And this is probably going to be Sean's play up the mountain.
Probably. Not a bad idea to get the flute first, since it helps with just getting around the map. But I can also see why Phaaze decided to come straight up the mountain. It wasn't necessarily a bad play either way. Just, I think so, because Phaaze can now get thieves down at the same time as picking up that flute, so it's a trade-off.
So, got the hook shot in hand. We can now Harapot.
Yep. And in fact, we know where the Harabig key is, so presumably the Harabig chest is useless. Which it is. Nice heart container there.
More health, please.
Fun, just taking our usual route through Hera, having picked up that Harabig, and it's time for Moldorm.
Oh! Oh
no! Falling through the middle hole. Moldorm gonna troll.
Alright, we have both runners fight. Moldorm now. Sean going with Hammer Strats. Phaaze go for the Tempered Speds and Hammer Strats. And Moldorm is down, and Moldorm is down.
And Moldorm has a bow for us! Where's our fourth pod key?
Well, if there's nothing else in pod, I think they have one pod key left, so they can complete it.
Oh, I know. I'm wondering about the logic of this scene. Since you only have 3 pod keys, myths would be our 4 key locked. Which gets us the Harabig key in the brewery to get the bow to go get your hammer to finish out various things. Probably the 4th pod key is just somewhere a little bit silly, like Eastern or something.
I tried to think about logic, it just hurts my brain.
Logic's my specialty. I'm still learning ALTTPR key sanity logic, but these seeds are great for learning it. Logic isn't actually not bad, it's just learning it. Pretty simple once you actually know what it is, but there's hookshot for Sean. Pipe cave now for Phaaze. Let's see. Oh, no, there's a 4th pod key, TR key. And another TR key, sure. That pod key is actually locked behind it at the moment, I'm pretty sure. Since you don't actually have a way to here without hammer.
Well, you get the hook shot up on Death Mountain. which you get hook shot across, and you can run south, detect Village of Wildcats to High Cave. So,
Well, you have to get to Hookshot Cave first, and that requires hammering the bridge over by Hera.
ouch, rain hurt.
Yeah, so that's logical fifth Pocky, I think. There's Quake is in Super Bunny. They each got a different item from Super Bunny Cave. Phaaze got Miskolwitsky, but not Quake. Sean got Quake, but not Miskolwitsky. Is Quake even required in this seed?
For Meyer.
Which is a green pendant. Okay. Well, we'll see what that ends up being.
It could be a case of the pilots saying, just grab it just in case we need to get in the Meyer. I haven't looked that far ahead. But...
I haven't either. Actually, let me... Now I just want to know where the logical fourth pod key is. Yep. Eastern. Not surprised. The front of Eastern has a pod key for us.
Okay.
So that's our logical fourth to solve this logic mess. Since I don't think we're going to be seeing that for a bit, I decided to just go look it up. Also going to pick up that convenient heart container. And it looks like this is Thieves Town and potentially a Skull Woods tip if needed here for Sean.
Yeah, I'm guessing they're gonna skip Skull Woods. Dependent, probably not much there.
No. Wasn't sure since they're having a couple Skullwoods keys available. Probably also just picking up just in case, but yeah, that works out. Let's see what's in Thieves. And Space is just hammering a bunch of things right now. No being checks on that side.
Just skipping everything in front and heading right to the back.
Yeah. No Thieves Town small key. I assume either it's not reachable or they don't need it.
You do have to be careful with Helmasaur here. Okay, it's gonna pull out the cape. And out goes Helmasaur for Phaaze.
Yep. Picking up 3 bombs and the first crystal of the first crystal of the match. Yeah, second crystal.
Second. Yep.
Yep, can't count here apparently. There. So yeah, second crystal here, 36 minutes in, not too bad. As you see the big heated TR in the attic of Thieves.
That is definitely required.
Yes, it is.
So
TR unlocked by Ether today. Phaaze is going to just clear Eastern here while he's at it.
if there's anything to note in here besides that pot swell that we already know is in here. Yeah, oh, that's a nice blue cane there in the mated cell. Might help with the fight later.
Yeah.
Okay, we got the big chest. That's some money. But we are headed right to Armos Lands. Not much else in Eastern.
Yeah, Eastern having the pod key and let's see, a whole bunch of not much else.
Sean whipping out that cane on third phase of blind. Always a good idea.
Looking at the big key to Pendant Mire. Okay. I mean, you're not picking it up anyway since it's on the required boss, but we'll see if it ends up actually being needed.
Yeah, seeing how Phaaze didn't pick up that Quake medallion, I'm not sure if we do have to go into Mire.
Yes, we don't know, because it's difficult to route spoiler. Pilot spoiler, Smokey to Hera. We'll see if we need it. I don't think we do in this speed. Also, Sean is going back into the front of these town. Apparently missed something earlier. That would be it. You need that ether for TR today.
Yeah, we're gonna need that.
Yeah, good catch from Sean's pilot that, oh, whoops, I forgot you need this. Please go back in for it, because that is easy to accidentally miss.
Hey, can I say, Turok is now beatable?
Yes, it is. We have to leave
Well,
the TR keys.
I guess we need the ice rod still, but yeah.
Yeah, the ice rod is somewhere. And that's assuming the lava chest is useless, which I don't know.
Oh, and Sean is gonna go into Mire.
Let's see, what's in here since, a little bit confused about this one. We'll see what he picks up and why he decided that picking up Quake is good for heading into Green Pendant Mire.
We're gonna have to wait and see.
I just saw what this is about. That's amusing scene. Thanks.
Headed straight to Vitreous here. It's something like silver arrows on Vitreous or something, or
You'll see. So it's not the actual any of the checks in Mire. He wants either the item on Vidi or the green pendant. It's to get a shovel for ice rather than shovel. Lol. I did just look it up in the log. It's well, this is interesting. Just keep in mind, Phaaze did not get Quake for entering here earlier. Picked up the other chest in Super Buddy Cave instead, which happened to be a Skullwood small key. I think that might have been perhaps a communication error between the pilots and runner. I'm not sure as to which chest in Super Buddy Cave was actually useful. Skullwood's keys are nice to have, but not actually hardwired. If it was a pet play, I would have expected Sean to clear Skull Woods when he was in the village area, so I doubt it's that. The TR Big Phase.
oh, good.
Pretty decent so far, and there's plenty of arrows. Master Sword Vidi, not pretty good fight there. Picks it up. Hey, kept this dude on and the green pendant.
Yeah, that green pendant must hold on to something then.
It has to. Edaru got some. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a little worried now for Phaaze though, because he did skip that Quake. He physically cannot get into Mire without it, and apparently they need it. Or at least Sean thinks he needs it. I don't know which, since it isn't unheard of for people to accidentally misread a spoiler log. Not sure which variant though. It's we'll see eventually. In the meantime, though, while you're in the area, just eat Ramos. No real reason to come back here. There is nothing else in here. And Phaaze is online.
Nice. Oh, I was about ready to say nice scripted fight you got going there, but then he just. Thanks. Making me look bad here, Phaaze. Come on.
does take him down though pretty quick, and is picking up his fourth crystal.
Nice landmark kill there from Sean. Perfect zero cycle. Gets another heart container for his trouble.
I'll take that. Phaaze sitting on 6 hearts. 7 now for Sean.
Let's see, where does Sean go from here? We gonna turn in that green pendant? I believe we are.
Yep. And combo with Pod Eastern as well, so some nice routing there. And I think, this might be Phaaze remembering he forgot Quake earlier. And we're going into TR, so without nice rod bats would be an interesting play.
Yeah. Could be the case of possibly something in TR leading to the ice rod, or the ice rod's just in TR itself. Or he's just gonna go get that Quake medallion because he realized, oh, I gotta go into Mire for the green pendant.
Because it gives us the swamp small. Yeah, you kind of need that. Ooh.
That's
That's
yeah.
That feels a bit bad for Phaaze. Also, that's a rude spot for that swamp small.
But I think he is gonna go into TR here as well.
Looks like it.
He's like, you had to go back up the mountain. You might as well go into TR now.
Oh, that is mean. Okay, well, look at the log real quick. Just I'm picking up, I think that was the 4th pot key there. That way he can save a bit of time by not running back down the right side and can just go through the front door if I've been counting his key usage right. This seed is garbage. I don't know what a non-garbage pilot spoiler key sanity seed looks like, I'll be honest. This is my third seed. This is my third race I've commented this week, and all of them sucked. Like, this has been about the usual, so I don't know what a nice one looks like. I've seen races that ended in just over an hour. My luck has not been great for them, so I'm kind of used to this variety of nonsense. I've seen Aga Tower all 3 seeds so far. Double dips everywhere. What's new?
No, I had to do one of these earlier this week, and the swamp small key was on Lumberjack, so yeah, I know what it's like.
Penguin thinks yesterday's seeds are fine, but today sucks. From my experience, this is just spoiler key sanity being spoiler key sanity. Or just key sanity. The spoiler making it significantly less awful than it would be otherwise. This seed would kind of suck without the log.
Oh, yeah.
Penguin, the third member of Team Swordbeam Club, I guess then CJ is piloting Sean. We never actually did figure out who the pilots are, and I think I saw a name faker in chat earlier. Smart is the third member, I guess, piloting. Armless Knights are now down for Sean. Phaaze is skipping the lava chest, which is just the GT compass today, so we don't need that.
Yeah, we're gonna skip the big chest and TR. Head right into the back. Hopefully, maybe something on Laser Bridge. Hopefully, the Ice Rod.
He has a reason for coming in here without the Ice Rod. Well, I need to see what it is. Alright, Sean's gonna go beat Helmasaur now. Phaze's Quake feels a little bad, but at least he's able to get whatever it is he wants out of TR here. So not a complete and total loss from taking just an additional trip up the mountain. Since he was able to get Ether to come and get Quake as well as the TR. I thought that would have been a routing error, but I guess it might have still been a routing error anyway, but at least it was able to route it in TR, because there's something here on Laser Bridge. Which is, okay, there's a small key to GT, that ain't it, I don't think. And a...
No! No! Why?
Green!
If that's the Ice Rod on the shovel spot, oh, good lord. Oh my. Why?
That's shovel, yeah. Tempered Sword is a nice one to go with it, but that's
Tempered's nice, but shovel? Alright, we're gonna find out what the shovel is right away here. Sorry.
You sound so unamused about this.
What?
And
Hey, no!
Yep. It's great.
I can't.
I think we broke cast.
Captain.exe has stopped working.
Yeah, Sean, can he save his portal? I don't know. Breaking. I thought. Never mind. Alright, I'm really bad at knowing.
Yeah,
One thing I've never been good at is saving CR portals.
Yeah, Aga's dead. You can't save the portal anyway.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That if Aga's dead, you can't save the portal.
So yeah, that is. And it had to be on Laser Bridge. It had to be on Laser Bridge too, of course.
Oh wait, Sean can't save the portal. Yeah, Phaaze can't. Sean also can't, unfortunately, because they both beat an Aga. They kind of had to with this seed, placing both hits and Hammer and Wire.
That is super gross.
Yes, it.
So swap small on the green pendant. Shovel and TR to get the Ice Rod. Anything else you got for us?
Oh right, Ice Rod's in the Daylight World, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna say the Death Portal. I'm really bad with it, but there's Sean's what should be his second and third TR keys there in the Pipe Cave. So that's him able to run all the way to Laser Bridge. Gonna do Swamp first though. Which actually is a point. We are almost. What do we actually need to beat this seed? I think we might have everything now. Actually, we have all the keys. We have all the items between the two runners. Yeah, I think that's go mode. Balmo's tablets a play here from Sean. Giving him nice blue mail. I'll take that. GT Big. Oh, true. I forgot. I can't read a tracker. They need the GT Big key. That's what they're missing. I thought those already marked. That's me not being able to read. So I wonder where that ended up, since they need to route that in somewhere.
Why not put it in? They probably put it in left side swap just to be extra jerky.
Probably. We'll find out at some point in the seed. They've just been going for progression numbers. Like, they haven't in progression items. Like, they have. It doesn't look like they've made any particular place towards them, wherever this GT Big key is, but we'll find out eventually. No idea where it is, but it's somewhere.
Phaaze with that separate sword in hand, you'll have a little bit easier time here, Vitreous.
Yeah.
And Sean killing the 3 water bugs there at the front of Swamp Palace because muscle memory is a thing.
It really is. Alright, that's Phaaze's green pendant. He'll be landmost here, and then we'll go turn that pendant in and run off the swamp. And then he can head up the mountain, pick up the big key to GT somewhere along the way, and eat the seed, I guess. I think they're still close right now, because Phaaze is a bit behind on landmost, and then Duke starting and then the swamp trip. But on the other hand, Shaw needs to run up to TR and then back down. So I think it's really close between the two runners right now. It's hard to say. I'm not sure who's ahead.
And while Phaaze does have most of TR cleared out here, Shaw can do it all. Well, he can't do it in one trip. He's gonna have to go up there and get that shovel. So
yeah, that's gonna take him some time.
Nice icebreaker here. Pick up the powder. That's a nice little safety.
So chat of the opinion Shaw might be slightly ahead. I think he might be. It's yeah. Also, I think you meant.
Did I say icebreaker? I meant there.
Yeah, you did.
my brain is melted.
Yeah. I think more like your brain is frozen from that ice rock. Pretty good Master Sword Arcus here for Sean.
One more spin. And down goes Argus. Get a small key to test it. Well, probably don't need that.
I don't think they do.
Unless the GT Big D's over in Desert. We'll see.
Alright, swamp now for Phaaze, just as Sean finishes it.
Yeah, so is the sword on the laser bridge.
Right before the shovel. Or I think right after the shovel, actually, if you go from top to bottom.
Yeah, bottom chest had the sword, and the second bottom had the shovel, and we're gonna see Sean pick up a potion. See Sean do his double dip of TR here. Now, while these runners are overlapping each other's checks, we remind you, please give our runners a follow. They had to put up with this scene. Please follow them.
Yeah, shoutouts to our runners, Phaaze and Sean, to their pilots. I'm still not actually sure who they are. To our co-com captain, to our tracker Yoker's wife, and to our restreamer Carol, for making up for getting this restream happening. Oh yeah, Willard, these key city secrets. Go down the spoiler log. Every single one I've commented this week has absolutely sucked. I think there was one that might have genuinely gone about 2 hours. At least one of the ones I've commented would have gone 2 hours that log. This one isn't great either, to be fair. Shovel Spot's just kind of mean. Small Small's not great either. Yeah, one blue ball Aga is one of the slightly nice parts of the scene, though you still have to do Aga in the first place. I think a harder part of double dip back at tower, which is a nib itself.
Oh yeah, the double dip back at tower. Yeah, great.
Very nice diver down to Phaaze, gonna pick up that powder and head on over to Arcus, as Sean is heading into TR. They both beat Aga. They've had Aga done for
Yeah, that was their Dark World access to get the Dark World. Looks like we are going to see the Chomps chest here. Maybe.
I think they both runners end up doing that. I think they might have just autopiloted through that room.
That's 300 rupees.
Yeah. Temperance Sword is saving show Phaaze a little time here in Argus. Swing. And that is his 6th person here. Now, chat, where do you think this big heated GT is? Because that is the one thing we don't have at this point.
At this point, it's probably a GT. So I don't see the runners going out of the way just to get the GT big. So he's gonna head over to the Bobo Stable and pick up Blue Mail. Of course, chat being chat saying the GT Picky's in tile room today. We say hi to Boshi now. Gonna make his way back up to TR, finish it off. And crystal number 7 for Phaaze here. So
He's we're debating over who is ahead. Phaaze is coming up to TR for the second and final trip, while Sean is only now finishing up his first trip through. So Phaaze a couple minutes ahead, then. Also, yes, the GT Bicky is in fact a GT. Not surprisingly at this point.
shovel.
The Cane of Burna was on in Blind Cell.
Yeah. Yep.
Phaaze, did in fact skip that safety, but does have the cape at least. We'll see. Yeah, Phaaze getting into TR as Sean heads off to pick up that ice rod. Well, actually, if Sean can save the pull, this might still be close, because yeah, Phaaze has to run back through TR. I am terrible at mapping. I guess we'll see when they enter GT.
Yeah, I guess especially that Quake medallion kind of paid off for Phaaze there because he got the get that shovel earlier. You get the ice ride.
He's making good time running back through TR. Don't die, though. Thank you. Ice Rod was on the shovel. Was it behind the shovel that masked with the shovel on Laser Bridge because.
Rando, yay!
Yeah, this is going to be an execution race here between our two runners at this point. They both know where everything is. That is the portal scene. Nice for Sean.
Okay. Well.
Just gonna barely beat Phaaze in, though, because Phaaze is right behind heading through this maze. Yeah, they both have powder arrows that were down in the back of Swamp. So, Sean first to try next, Phaaze just behind. All there. Mini Helmets are not being nice.
It is very close right now. Oh. Cardex give it a shot a little bit here.
Yeah, having a spot of trouble.
Ooh, down to one heart.
Don't die, please. Phaaze getting a very nice player head kill on both heads, actually. They're having a much cleaner first phase of Try Next.
Now goes Try Next shot.
And the same for Phaaze.
We are literally seconds apart from one another.
105.49 crystal catch for Sean. 105.58 for Phaaze. 9 seconds apart catching the crystal here. Wowee. They are really neck and neck here, finishing up TR. This is an execution race. It's far too close to call at this point. 9 seconds apart finishing TR. Who knows?
See where that GT Big Key is going to end up being today. Will they get silvers on the way? Will they get something else that they need? Maybe the gold sword. Maybe red mail. Who knows? The spoiler knows. The pilot knows. We'll see. Entering GT about 106.44.
And 54, it looks like about there for Phaaze. So yeah, still about the same distance apart getting in.
Okay, we are going left.
Yep.
Get that bonus heart there.
Oh, that's a point from chat. Sean only has 4 arrows. Going to have to be careful with that one.
Okay, there it is. It's just a DM room.
Yep.
Wasn't that deep at all.
Yeah, that's pretty decent. Also, Sean getting some arrows conveniently and is now climbing up. Oop-de-doo, missing the mimics here. Still just barely ahead.
We don't know where the supers were.
Nope. I'll look it up once we're further up the
Yeah.
tower.
Yeah. I mean, they could still be at the top of GT, but
Yeah,
that's not likely.
let me see. Control, yeah, GT Compass Room has silvers, and Ice Armors has our final sword.
Oh, wow. Okay, we're not going to see those things.
Nope. Oh, Phaaze catching up here, just like 2 seconds behind getting into, crossing that bridge there or something ridiculous. And now they're pretty much tied entering this one.
Oh. And Sean opting for the Ether strat here. Didn't
Still
really save any time.
No, they're still absolutely tied.
Gotta believe that the spoilers are telling each other, he's right on your tail, you gotta go.
The pressure's got to be real for both runners right now, knowing their opponent is right on their heels. Sean pulling ahead just a touch here on Phaaze, heading to Landmost 2. Nice 1 cycle. I think, no, not quite. Nice 2 cycles, sorry, lost track of the third one. Ooh, Phaaze gonna lose a little time, having some trouble here.
Uh-oh. I would say you have to be careful of magic, but you got 4 bottles with green potions in them earlier. I think magic's not gonna be an issue.
No, they're fine. There's some magic, some refills here. Yeah, at this point, you just shut up and let your runner focus. There's nothing more the pilots can do at this point. It's all up to the runners to execute the rest of this race. And Penguin, who I think I guess is Sean's pilot. Yeah, just to makes sense.
Yeah. Sean has opened up a little bit of a lead here after that
Landmost fight, yeah.
Landmost fight, yeah.
Still not over though.
Oh, couldn't quite get the fairy catch.
No, unfortunately, and time for Voldorm. Does not, in fact, get knocked off. Very nice. And Phaaze arriving at Voldorm as Sean leaves. Alright, and it's time for some econometry. And a triple there?
That looked like a triple.
That was a double. And unfortunately that was a 0 cycle. The double on the first Phaaze for Phaaze. Wow, that sounded weird. Single. And the second. Another double. And okay, it's double there. Okay, so that's 4 cycles for both runners on Act 2, about a net 0 on it. 112.29 back crash for Sean. And a 112.44 for Phaaze, 15 seconds apart getting to Ganon here.
Hey.
Hi, Days! Yeah, we're 15 seconds apart getting into Ganon. Sean made up some time at the very top, Phaaze made up some time at the top of the Act Gan's tower there. He was definitely more than 15 seconds behind after Landmos, but is a lot closer now.
Okay, gets the 1-in-1 with the cape. On the phase 2 again. Or phase 3, excuse me, for Sean.
Phaaze also on phase 3. Did you find the arrows in the tower? Nope. Nice torch glitch for Sean.
Okay, 12 spins to win now. It's gonna be important to get those triples.
Yeah, it is. Pretty good getting fights from both. Also, Phaaze also getting that torch glitch.
Oh, gets hit by the fire bat. And down goes Ganon at Sean's side.
Going to just barely take this win because Phaaze is only a couple spins away himself.
Just gotta cross that 1x3 bridge.
And GG's.
There it is. Yeah, this. And Phaaze just finishing up Ganon there. Very, very close race there. Just seconds apart. GG's for both runners.
Yeah, Sean finished with a time of 1:14.51, Phaaze with a time of 1:15.12, just 21 seconds apart.
Ooh. That was exciting.
What a race. GG's to both runners and their pilots. We'll see if we can get any of them in for an interview. Yeah, that medallion skip might have made a bit of a difference when runners are running, though there's any number of other things that would have made a difference too. When you're 21 seconds apart finishing, there's so many little things that could have done it. There's no like one specific thing that you can definitely say made a difference in this race. Another thing is I'm pretty sure Phaaze lost probably at least 21 seconds to Landmos too. There's any number of things that done differently.
And that portal save was a very, very well done there by Sean as well.
Yeah, very nicely done.
We are now joined by Sean and Irritable Penguin. Winners of the race.
GG's guys, what a race!
Oh my man, when he told me that we were that close going into GT, oh my god.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I didn't tell him he was that close going into GT. I told him he was that close during Ganon Fanfare. I just told him he didn't have time to go to the fairy room in GT. That was it.
Of course, by then I was already well past it because he was watching on the restream, so he didn't know I hadn't gone there.
Yeah, that was a thing. Yeah,
wow,
that was
So, Shovel's on Laser Bridge, huh?
Yeah. He kept reading the slog. I hate this seed. Oh, this is gonna get more fun than it already is.
Oh yeah, Penguin was complaining in chat about this must.
It was one of those things where I saw the shovel on Laser Bridge and I immediately looked for everything else mirror locked and was like, all right, we can save the portal. So we're not going to TR until we can get that and go back. And that, based on what I saw on Restream, was the difference in the races. We got the portal saved.
Yeah, that certainly was one of those things. Hey, Phaaze, GG.
GG.
Did y'all have to make it that close again on us? Because I can't take that. My anxiety is not okay with that.
Hey, that's just what the chat wants, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, they want some entertainment, I guess.
Oh man. What
That-
a race.
That was. I literally lost my head when I saw the shovel on Laser Bridge. I was like, oh, that's not the ice ride, is it? Then it turned out to be the ice ride. I was like, oh.
Yup. Sure is.
Captain.exe crashed there for us when we saw that. So,
I mean, with the swamp small and the green pendant as well.
Yeah.
What happened up on Death Mountain there, Phaaze, when you missed that Quake medallion, your first trip up there?
My pilot said you don't need it because Maya is just a pendant and there's nothing in Maya. So I said, yeah, okay.
ouch.
Then
Yeah.
later he was like, oh shit, that swarm's working. I said, what, where is it? Is it Maya? Then he said, yeah.
Yeah, that felt bad, and that meant that it cost you the portal too, which was one of the things that really decided this race. Phase was
Yeah. Because
John was able to save the portal.
we said, like we talked about it, and he said, yeah, we did Aga, we can't save the portal. And I had my mind all on execution, so I didn't really think about it either.
95% of the time, that's probably the case. But when the one item you need just happens to be in the light world,
Yeah.
Like, even as we're going to get the thing, Sean's like, "Oh, so I have to die in the dark world?" I was like, "No,
yeah,
you
that's
just mirror
that's
and
how I
go."
save a portal. It's like, oh wait, right, I don't
Yeah.
have to do anything.
Yeah, I know how it works. Just like my pilot said, yeah, the shovel is on laser bridge and the ice rod behind it, so we can't save the portal. And yeah, I didn't think about it either.
Well, I wasn't thinking about. I was letting Penguin do all that thinking. I was just trying to run around and get
Yeah,
things
same.
done.
I just said, yeah, I'm gonna do Pod and Eastern now, and you can do the rest of the route now.
Yeah, that was the wild part going into the restream after getting the route figured out. I said to Sean, I go, "You want to know where we're at?" And he was like, "Sure." I go, "I have no clue. They've done Eastern and Pod and Hera.
Yeah.
We've done Thieves Town and Meyer and Hera. I have no idea what these are right now."
Yeah, my friend said it too. That like we were a bit ahead and they did other things instead of Pod and Eastern, so I have no clue.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys started off by routing pretty similarly at the beginning of the seed, up until beating Aga. The one thing that really was an interesting early divergence, Phaaze, your pilot sent you over to Fake Flipper for that Fire Rod, which ended up saving you a bunch of time in Aga Tower between the two trips. Sean had to use the cane on the guards. That took a bit.
That's a terrible fight.
That would have been nice.
I 100% was going to send him up to get the old man's sword, but then I looked and he was already in there, and I was like, I'm not having him leave to go get the sword. He's on the cane. He's on his own.
Yeah. When we were talking about that early part, he said, "Do we need Aga now? I'm not sure." Then I said, "I'm gonna do the dam and Mini Moldom Cave, and you can still look for other things." Then I finished Mini Moldom Cave and said, should I grab the fire right now?" And then he's like, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a logically required double dip of Aga Tower.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
And we were also thinking if we could get the key in Waterfall Ferry already, but without boots or Moon Pearl wasn't possible.
Yeah.
Nope.
And then the Moon Pro was blocked by the boots anyway on DP Torch.
Yep.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, going through the beginning of this, I'm like, all right, we have to double dip Aga, we have to double dip Desert, we have to double dip Pod. Okay, what else are we going in twice? TR, neat.
Yeah. That's fun
Yeah.
too.
yeah, don't put the
Classic
shovel early in
insanity.
TR. Put it on the laser bridge for us. That'd be great. Thank you. I mean, it did help out at the end because you could just portal right out there and just save him. But yeah, ugh.
Yeah,
At least
you
we
guys
didn't
were
have to
9
touch
seconds
solar
apart.
ice though, so that was
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, that was nice. This was nuts. Like, you guys were 9 seconds apart catching the TR crystal and 15 seconds apart dropping the cannon. It was so close.
Yeah. Well, we were saying before the race that we were pretty evenly matched team-wise, so
Yeah.
considering the
Yeah,
way the
sure.
one yesterday went, not surprising that this one ended up being the same way.
Yeah, I think it was under a minute and a half total between the two races for us as far as the difference goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yesterday
Like,
was 49 seconds. Today, 21. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, and if you watch the other restreamed spoiler races, they were always like 3 to 5 minutes apart of each other. Because there was
Yeah,
always one team making a really big mistake and standing in front of a locked door and having to go back again. And that's like our both teams were all really solid and was really close.
Yeah, it definitely made us sweat. I'll say that.
I'm still sweating.
This is one of the closest races I have ever commentated. This was a really good one to watch.
Hey, looking at this week prior to it happening, I was like, all right, if we split here, we're good. So the fact that we even stole a second one is great. And you can pick which one was the second steal, too. I don't care. We got 2 out of it. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, the rest of the group is gonna be really interesting.
Yeah.
This division's gonna come down to the final week for sure.
Yeah.
I
There's
like
4
it.
or
Oh,
5
for
teams.
sure. I think this puts you tied, Swordbeam Club tied with a team whose name I am not pronouncing. I'll call it
pronounce it in
Volleyball
English.
for long for short. You're tied for second place with a volleyball problem, and you're in a 3-way. You're tied with Bunks, your extra punt in third / fourth. It looks like for Pixelgrinders.
Yeah. But also we have like the next 3 weeks are like the weaker teams in the group. So our
Yeah.
schedule ahead is a bit easier than for the others.
Right, yeah, Pixelgrinders,
wanna
you're
talk about
getting BM for it, and Swordbeam Club is getting no Bugnet, no Go next week. Good luck.
Yeah, week 7 is going to be the interesting one where we wind up playing the first place team presently. So that's going to be a fun.
It's gonna be
that works.
Definitely gonna
that's
have
gonna be
implications.
Yeah. The hope is that we're going to stay competitive enough to make that matter for us and not just be playing spoiler for them towards week 7. So we'll see.
we'll see how it shakes out for sure.
All right. Well, any final words? Anything else you'd like to say about this scene? Because I have a few, but I can't say them on stream. So go ahead.
Yeah, this one can go burn in a fire somewhere, I think.
Just like our open race.
Just like-
today.
So me and Phaaze actually hooked up on open ladder this morning too. So and that seat could also go burn in a fire.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I wake up and see Sean in our group chat on Discord say, "Yeah, I played Phaaze in the open thing. I beat him in ladder, so hopefully that means good things for the other one." I was like, "Yeah, hopefully we'll see."
I was
I
hoping
said,
Karma
yeah.
wouldn't swing around and give him this one.
Yeah, and I told my partner, yeah, I've lost to him, so I have double reason to get revenge now.
Yo, oh man, I'm in trouble.
One day.
Damn it. GG's all.
Yep, GG's.
Thank you
Thanks
guys, for
everybody. Thanks to the commentators and trackers.
Yep.
Thanks
same
for the
me.
awesome race.
Yeah. Maybe we
Yeah.
should do another one
Yo.
at some point.
Why?
Oh yeah.
No. What?
Let's make a best of 3, okay?
Sounds
No,
good.
it doesn't work if you want to. Okay, best of 5 then.
Wow. All right, I'll comment. I got you. All right. All right. Well, so today there are like 80,000 matches going on. Because it's Friday and everyone wants to run on Friday. So, coming up at 1 p.m. on right here, we got Rage Against the Badass versus Blue Balls United as Juba versus Matt Cap. Then later on this channel at 10 p.m. Always Sunny at Pendapod versus Deadly Case of Explosions. That's Stuart Graveler versus Super Randall Bros.
We've also got several main league, invitational league matches at, let's see, currently ongoing on SG3. We've got 2C versus Dragon Strike of OK Game and Team Hime. 4 p.m. Eastern, Triple Dino Disaster versus WJPDTB, Ayayoshi versus Willow J. Bradley. 7 p.m. Eastern, I Like Big Boots versus Lake French Canadians, Zero Rush and Ninban. 7:30 p.m. Eastern, Swirly Killing Brewing versus Boomer Friendly, Homemade Beer versus Don Veneer. And technically still today, just barely, at midnight, we've got ourselves the Sexy Kittens versus Frozen Leftovers, Freda versus Chimo to wrap up the day. Shout outs to our runners here, Phaaze and Sean, and to their pilot, to my co-comp captain, our tracker Yonker's wife, and our race streamer Carol.
Bye.
Bye.
See you around, everyone.
Vamos allá.
Ahí tienes el log.
Vale. Vale, las botas están en Ice Palace. Así que
Ok.
F. La ocarina. La ocarina está en los Blacksmith, así que F.
Vale.
Más rápido. Así que Cacarico desde el sur.
Sí. No se me ha puesto el timer. Joder, bueno, ahora lo.
Vale, Vale, aquí sí. Va robándolo el timer.
Lo arreglo, lo arreglo.